Potentially, Year 6 is the year group that care most. They haven't reached that teenage angst years yet, and they really want to make a difference. They're starting to understand the world around them.
When I get to school, it's what have you learnt things? Do you watch the news? And it's very exciting to say, oh yeah, I watched the news, and things that you've learnt from the news. I'd like to learn about Brexit, more about that, so I know what's going to happen when I grow older.
With my mum, I like to watch the news and see what's going on, like Trump at the moment.
I'm pretty curious of things in this world. I just really like what goes on in this world and whether it's wrong or if it's right, and I like making comparisons and similarities.
Well, I kind of now feel a connection when I do PSHE, but the other ones I don't feel a connection.
Because I really like when I learn something new, like if you like the current situations of different places in the world, because then I feel like in the future I could maybe help in that.
I care quite a lot about politics because if something goes wrong, and then it's probably down to our generation to fix it. Well, if something happened in the world and you don't understand it, a lot of stuff here will help you understand it because, as I said, the teachers, it might not be part of your learning, but then they can always link in something from the outer world to your learning.
At the moment, our world is experiencing many huge and important problems. And there's only one way that we're going to solve those problems, and that's through education. Our children need to be problem solvers. The problem solvers of the future. They need to question each other, they need to question themselves, and they need to question education. There's only one way that we're going to solve these problems, is if they develop as problem solvers themselves.
I think I learn better on my own because if I have my friends, it will probably distract me, but however, I can learn with my friends because they can develop on my understanding and what I think, and they can tell me if I'm wrong or right, and we can both come together to work out which one's correct.
Yes, because it gives you kind of two options, and you have the option to understand something, and you also have the option to not understand it, but either way you can still make a choice. Lots of it involves serious thinking, and that links to problem solving.
I like learning with my friends because it's sometimes more difficult learning on your own than learning with friends, because you can share your thoughts and then they can share their thoughts to you, and then you can help each other.
I feel curious when there's something that I don't quite know yet, but I feel like I can know it if I try.
Problem solving makes me feel happy because when you get to the answer, you're like, phew, I did it.
I have to say at least 3/4 of the stuff you learn in school is going to come into use in real life, and some of those things you might not be able to use, but then sometimes they become really useful.
So to solve the problems of today and tomorrow, we need to develop as critical thinkers. We need to question everything we're doing and not accept that this is how it's done. This is how it's been done for several years, so I have to do it, I can't do that. It has to be a question of how can we do it, what can we do to improve it? And we need an education to give our children time to reflect, time to talk, time to question.